بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We hope you're enjoying our programs. Since last Ramadan, with the help of Allah, the Islamic Education Trust and its supporters have, through the IET Media Productions, produced, aired and shared hundreds of high-quality videos on enlightenment about Islam to the Muslim community and the world at large. We have alhamdulillah been able to air topics to do with self-improvement, purification of the heart, spiritual growth, ethics, morality, family, parenting, marriage, child upbringing, issues surrounding self-improvement, financial literacy, better self-management, Islamic jurisprudence, and responses to common questions asked about Islam by Muslims, by non-Muslims, and also responding to Islamophobia and those who have a fear about Islam. For this work to continue and for it to be sustained, we need your support. If it is to become a sadaqatun jariyah, we would need all you can do to help us ensure that this good work continues to benefit humanity. As Allah says in the Quran, in tansurullah yansurukum wa yuthabbit aqdamakum. If you help Allah, Allah will help you and He will make firm your steps.
إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. We're looking on the subject of financial literacy. And I'd like to start with a little fable, one of Aesop's fable about the goose that laid the golden eggs. The story goes that there was a farmer who had a goose, which is just like a big duck, dunya as they call it in Hausa. So he had this goose. It would lay eggs. One day, he went and he noticed that the goose had laid a golden egg. And he thought probably somebody is just cracking a practical joke on him. He looked at the egg. Kai. Anyway, he decided let him take it to a goldsmith in town. And he took the egg to the goldsmith and said, listen, is this real gold or what is it? The goldsmith looked at it, scratched and said, man, this is real gold. The farmer said, really? Yeah. How much would it cost? This one? If you don't mind, I'll buy it for 1 million naira. The farmer couldn't believe it. He said, yeah, give me the money. He said, no problem. I'll send you the money. He went back home, looked at the goose carefully. Oh, alhamdulillah. The next day, another golden egg. Third day, another golden egg. Fourth day, another golden egg. This goose was laying golden eggs every day. The farmer was happy. But as he was happy and making more money, he had bigger plans. I will have bigger house now. I will buy car. I will increase the size of my farm. I will go and do this. Big plans. But his plans were bigger than his income. He was making a lot of money, but he was also getting more impatient with the goose. So he will go to the goose, still laying one per day, and he will lift the goose, no egg. Okay, let's wait and see. Later he will come, carry the goose again, nothing. Lift the goose, nothing. Then he had an idea. He said, you know what? The next egg is inside the goose. I know what to do. I'm not going to wait. So he went and got a knife, lopped off the head of the goose, cut it open, and picked the last small golden egg, and that was it. He had killed the goose that laid the golden eggs. The big question is, if you had a goose that was laying golden eggs, how would you manage things, and would you do things differently? The goose is laying golden eggs. The goose has a production capability. It is able to produce. But it is producing 1 egg per day. So I asked some students, if you had a goose that laid golden eggs, would you manage it in the same way as the farmer? They said no. What would you do differently? I would be more patient. Okay. And very many ideas started coming. Somebody said, I will build one, the first money I will use for security, because if anybody knows about that goose that's laying golden eggs, they'll come and steal my goose for me. I said, good. In other words, you will secure your source of income. What else? Said, you know what? I will make sure that the house of the goose even has air condition. Let the goose feel happy. If this goose is laying golden eggs, I will even get one male goose for the goose. Let him, let her have some company. Get a gander, they call a male goose. Go. I will have one big plasma screen television with nice view for the goose to be enjoying. In fact, I'll stop giving the goose dusa. I'll start getting cornflakes. I'll start getting really good food for the goose. I'll employ a vet doctor full time. If this goose coughs in the wrong way, Oga, what's the problem? I will allow the goose to start sitting on some golden eggs. I will not sell all of them. Or I will get some other geese, get the golden egg. Oh yeah, this goose, you sit on this egg. I will buy incubator. I will all sorts of ideas of how to improve the production capability of the goose. And how is that done? By taking care of the welfare of the goose that is laying the golden eggs. The goose that is laying golden eggs, instead of just looking at it as a source of golden eggs, and all you want is your golden eggs. Another way of looking at it is, look at the goose that is laying golden eggs as the source of your golden eggs. Golden eggs are just the effect. So how do you build the capacity of the goose to give you more golden eggs? Bigger golden eggs, sustained production of golden eggs. How do you take care of the welfare of the goose? How do you build the capacity of the goose? Making it more comfortable, making it more secure, making it safer, making the goose happier. So if we take that metaphor and we draw an analogy between the goose that is laying the golden eggs and you yourself. You see, golden eggs represent the product or the service you offer. And people are ready to pay you for the service you offer, for the goods you supply. The question is, can you improve your production capability? Can you improve your ability to produce bigger, larger, more carat gold eggs? Can you deliver more superior service? So when you have a goose that is laying golden eggs, the best investment you can do is in improving the production capability of your goose, of your investment. You are your biggest and most important investment. You are your biggest and most important investment. And the question is, if you are an asset, how can you build your capability? What capacity building do you need to grow as a producer of golden eggs? If people are paying you salary, it's because you are offering something. What can you do to lay better golden eggs, to give superior service? Because some of us carry a lot of excess baggage. We read this, and it's not useful in improving our service to community or our service in our working environment. So please remember, you are asset number one that you should build. You should have a program, not of waiting for somebody to educate you, waiting for somebody to train you, waiting for somebody to build your capacity. Build your own production capability. So focus on better training, better education, better capacity building of yourself. Of all the assets and things you can invest in, you are asset number one. Why? Without you, the rest won't happen. You are your most important asset. You need to be a goose that is laying golden eggs. But a goose to lay golden eggs or better golden eggs cannot be any ordinary goose. You have to have gold to offer. Your knowledge, your wisdom, your skill, your training has to be able to give superior quality. Remember also that life moves at the speed of trust. When people pay you, it's because they trust you can deliver. It's the exchange they get or the amount they are ready to give is because of what they think they are going to get. If you can give more quality, you can negotiate a better pay. But people trust for two reasons. Two things about trust that you should not joke with. Remember, life moves at the speed of trust. Relationships move at the speed of trust. If you break trust, people will not pay you well. Two areas. I could mention three, but two are very closely related. The two are your character and your competence. If you have a mechanic who has good character but poor competence, you trust his character, but you don't trust his competence. He doesn't know really how to repair a car. You can't trust such a mechanic. So you need to trust character and competence. If he is good with competence but character is a problem, then you also have a problem. So you need good character, good competence. Tied to character is good attitude. Actually, for people in resource management, the biggest reason why people are fired from a working environment is not really competence. It's usually character. They are siphoning the money, they are wasting money, they are not doing what they should do, they've got an attitude problem. They don't apologize. They keep fighting. They start office politics. They keep producing excuses. So character, very important. And in an environment where there's so much corruption, 419, chuku, magu, chua, all the various things that undermine character and undermine trust, if you have good character, that's a very powerful asset. Because sometimes people will keep you in the working environment. Why? Because they know if you're around, others will not cheat. So they can forgive your incompetence. But for you, if you want to be a goose laying golden eggs, build those three things. Your character, your attitude, your competence. And during this shutdown mode in Corona times, or any kind of shutdown mode, curfew, whatever, use it as an opportunity to grow in your ability to lay golden eggs. Not when Corona is over. Start now. What service can you offer now to your working environment that your boss will appreciate you now? That you can start laying golden eggs by giving better advice, better ideas, better suggestions to improve your work. Don't use this as an excuse for holiday and just bludging and relaxing. No. Use this as an opportunity to grow and ask yourself, how can I work better from home? Should I move to an Android phone? Should I get a laptop? What can I do so that the people at work who are still paying my salaries, when they come to start firing people, you will not be among those on the list they want to fire. When they even start thinking of what to do about the business, they want people like you because they know you care. You've got the character. And you are building your capacity. So, be the best version of yourself. Remember, in every profession, the top 20% are never jobless. The top 20% in every profession. You know, when people say, oh, there's no money, no job in this sector, but there are people working there. And there are people working there. If they leave, there's another job working for them. Why? Because they are the best in that area. Whether it's media, whether it's IT, whether it's medicine, whether it's business. The top 20% are never jobless. What can you do to build your capacity? Work to learn, not to earn. Work to learn, not to earn. It's not about just making money. No, money is a byproduct of better service. Everywhere you work, learn your mistakes, apologize, and you will earn more. When you are playing basketball, you don't keep looking at the scoreboard. Play the game well, the scoreboard will change. Another thing, work more than you are paid, and you will eventually be paid more than you work. Work more than you are paid, and you will eventually be paid more than you work for. Don't just look, I will only give what I'm being paid for. Work more. It's when you put more firewood on the fire that the fire grows. You don't say the fire, give me more fire, then I will put more firewood. So in conclusion, build yourself, build your capability, but also as much as possible, build those around you. Take care of your friends, build family members, just as you will build your children. They become social insurance. At the end, you all grow in your capability to do more. So like the goose that lays golden egg, build your production capability. We'll stop here inshallah. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.